Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today I'm doing complete coloring book collection, finished pages, and seeing all the books that I have in my collection. I have been collecting now probably for about 2 or 3 years, and I've kind of collected quite a few. So we're just gonna go ahead and look through them. We're gonna check out all of my finished pages. And I'm also thinking about doing a little bit of an unhaul as well because I just have a lot and I just need to narrow it down a little bit at least. So I am trying to keep them in artists. So like if I only have one book by an artist, I try to keep all artists together. That way if I have like 5 of one artist, we can kind of keep them together. So I think I'm doing good so far as organizing, but we have a ton of books, so I'm going to try to move some of these over. I don't even know where to start anyways, but I am going to also put this on my other channel as well. So if you see this video again, that's probably why I have 2 channels that I just kind of wanted to share the love of coloring with. So let's start off with this pile first. So the first book is Dragon Nouveau by Herb Leonard. And I have not colored in this one yet, but it is one that I want to color in by the end of the year. I love the artwork. I won't do complete flip throughs, but if there is one that you want to see a complete flip through of, I would be happy to just let me know down in the comments. So that's Dragon Nouveau. And as I said, I don't have anything colored in that one. I have 3 of these. Let me find the other one. I know I have another one. Oh no, I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was like, I know I have 3. So these are watercolor books that I got on Amazon. Now there is honestly, unfortunately, no artist. So I don't know if these are AI. I really, really try hard not to get AI images, but they are cute. They don't look AI. But I think these might be ones that I might get rid of. They are on watercolor paper, which is amazing. I do love watercolors, but I'm just not a fan of the images too much. That's animal. This is flower. Like the images are okay. I might keep the flower one. The flower one is more my style. As I said, I think I might unhaul the animal one because I'm not a huge fan of the animal one. I might give it to my mom because she could go ahead and color in that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and unhaul that one. That's one that's unhauled. That's nice. All right, and then it also comes in vase style. I guess it's just called vase because they're in vases. And I kind of like this one too, so I'll probably keep this one. Yes, so I'll keep those 2. But yeah, so I don't unfortunately know exactly, what company made these, but I do have them. As I said, I really try hard not to get AI images. So I do have 2 of this same coloring book called Whimsical Jars. And again, I don't think this one had an artist, but the images do not look AI to me personally. And I do have 2 of these, so I think I'm going to go ahead and gift the other one to somebody else. So I have 2 copies of that one, so I think I'm going to go ahead and unhaul that one. So that is Whimsical Jars. And if you want to know where I got these, just leave me a comment and I'll be happy to share the link. And I will be the only one who sends you a link. Don't click on anything else unless it actually says my channel name on it. But so that is Joyful Jars. And there is like 2 sides to this one, which is pretty cool. So yes, and I think these are exactly the same if I'm not mistaken. Just want to double check. Yeah, they are. Okay. So I probably will unhaul one. Trying to find my unhaul pile. So we'll keep that one. Then I have 2. These are so adorable. I have Fairies, Urban Life, and Cozy Fairy Land. And these are by the company Fun Lavy, and I believe that is the artist studio. So I'm pretty sure these are not AI images. I have one done in Cozy Fairyland, but these are so cute. Oh, like I tear up because these are adorable. But I have one done in here. I did this one. This was with alcohol markers, some water-based markers from I think it was Calor, and then a little bit of gold Posca paint pen just to finish it off. And I had such a fun time with this one. And as I said, I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite coloring books. And then I also have Fairies Urban Life. And this one is pretty much the same thing. I think it's a little bit more detailed than the other one. Maybe some of the images are. But I mean, these are adorable. I actually love the thicker lines, especially if you use alcohol markers. So those are the 2 I have from that company. Then I have one called Magic Houses. And again, there is no artist. I have very few of these. I think I have like 2 or 3 more, and then the rest have artists pretty much. So you won't see a lot of these, as I try really hard to just, have only artist work really. And I think this might be one I might get rid of. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. I do like the mushroom houses and stuff. Well, it is kind of cute. But a lot of them are very similar to each other. Not super similar. Well, I guess not. But I don't know. This could be an unhaul for me. I'm trying to be good. I have so many coloring books. Then I have Melanin Magic. And I really like this one a lot. I think I did color. Did I color one in here? Maybe I didn't. I don't think I did yet. But really love the images. And they don't look AI unless they're really good. But I haven't seen any extra, hair sticking out of where it shouldn't be, or, just some weird things happening sometimes. But I do like this one, so I might keep this one. Then we have Fairies of Seasons. And I don't know if there's an artist for this one. Oh, this is Fun Lavvy as well. So this is Fun Lavvy, and this is fairies in different fun seasonal things. And I love this one, so I will be keeping this one. It's so pretty. But I love this one with the fairies and stuff. Super pretty. Then I have this one. This is definitely going to be an unhaul, but I do have one finished in here. This is Animal Abstractions, but I'm not a fan of the paper in this book. It actually could be the same in the other ones as well, but I have one finished in here that I did. It was the tiger, but it just does not work with alcohol markers, and I feel like colored pencils would take me forever. Oh, I know I finished one in here. Where are you? Oop. I can't seem to flip. There it is. So I did this one, and it was just alcohol markers, but alcohol markers just do not take to this paper well, so you'd either have to use probably just pencils in these books. So I'm not a huge fan of this paper. I love the page, don't get me wrong. I might actually just keep this one page that I did, but I think for the most part it's just not for me, unfortunately. So I probably am gonna unhaul that. So I probably will unhaul the other one that I saw. If it's the same paper in these, then I'm probably not going to keep them, because it's a weird paper. Let me see if I can tell the difference, because yeah, they do seem to be the same paper. So I probably won't keep them, well, because I'm just not a fan of the paper in them. It's a weird paper. It's too shiny. When you use alcohol markers, they don't really tend to do very well. They tend to just bleed all over the place. All right, then I have Ohuhu, Portraits of Joy. This is actually an official coloring book by the brand Ohuhu that makes the alcohol markers. So this book does not bleed for alcohol markers, even though they are double-sided images, which is incredible that it doesn't. I did one in here already, and I did it with a friend of mine. So that's the back of the page that I did. No, yes, it is. So no bleed through at all. And this is the page I did in this book. And I did gouache for her skin, which was very different for me. I never worked with gouache before. And then the rest was alcohol markers and some Fujinisuke brush pen for the lettering up there that I did. But really did enjoy it. Haven't tried any other mediums on here yet. So I'd like to see how watercolor or pastels or something else works on here. But really did enjoy that one. So that was Ohuhu. Next, we have 3 kind of more simple books. I tend to actually not be a fan of more simplistic designs. I actually really do like the more elaborate designs, but I got a couple just because I think it'd be fun to kind of do some patterns or something different with a bigger space. So I have 2 of these from Holart Eries. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. And then I have one, which I don't know if this one has a name or not. Yeah, this one doesn't. So not sure if it's AI imaged or not. I don't think it is, but the ones from Holart Eries, it says this one is Little Joys. And this one just has some cute images. Pretty much simple designs, Amazon paper. So I'd like to see, this is definitely different though than the other one, because the other one was just shiny and alcohol markers did not do well. So most of these designs I noticed didn't have any characters in this book, which I was actually kind of sad because I like to color characters. There's a few in this one, but not many. But the other one has more character design, so that'd be cute for Thanksgiving though. but very, very cute. And I think these ones are actually more fun sometimes because you can like work on your shading and stuff to kind of make it pop a little bit more. So there's Little Joys. And then I have Holiday Escape, which definitely has more characters in it than the other one did. But super cute. Love that one. But yeah, so like these, like I would work, there's some really cool, fun tutorials on how to make like fuzzy animals. And they are just so cute. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try that. And I also want to try some like lighting techniques and stuff like this one. Maybe I could do like lighting coming from the lamp or something just to test it out. I'm not good at that, but I'd like to be at some point. So there's that one. And this one's really cute. I like this one a little bit more than the other one, but I'll probably keep both. Then we have, it just says coloring book, color the fun, relax your world. And this is similar. This one I'm actually not as big a fan of as the other two. I think these ones, because they're a little bit of a thinner line, it might have a little bit of problems with alcohol markers, but some of these are very, very cute, and I'd like to just try it out and see if I like it or not. I love the ones in space. Those are really cute. But yes, I haven't noticed, like, because I have unfortunately gotten a few AI books that, like, you can tell because, like, it just, the lines are weird, or, like, there's a paw where it shouldn't be, or, you know, something, you know, out of the norm. But this one seems to be okay. So I like that one. Then I have a fall one, which I'm not sure if I want to keep or not yet. It's called Autumn Charm by Southern Lotus. Now, this company, actually, I really love the quality of their paper. I've gotten a few of them, and they just have very, very good quality paper. I really, really like their, just their quality of paper, but I'm not a huge autumn colorist. So, like, to me, I don't know if I would use this all that often. So that's why I'm, like, hesitant. But the paper quality is phenomenal. Like, it's like cardstock, basically. So it is really, really great quality. But as I said, I'm just not a fall colorist. I don't color a lot of fall. I do love fall leaves, but I think there's just too much going on the page itself for me. I'm like in between, you know, like I like not too simplistic, but I also don't like the whole page. Like I need a border or something. But it is really pretty. But I think this might be one that I might unhaul because I don't see myself touching this one at all. I don't think I have yet. So as I said, the paper quality is amazing, but it's just a lot of details that I'm not sure if I'll color. Yeah, so some of the images are beautiful in here. Like they're like, well, all of them are, but they're just not for me, I don't think. So I think I'm going to go ahead and unhaul that one. Even though I don't own a lot of autumn, but it's not one that I would gravitate towards. Then I have 3 cute small ones. These are Creative Space, Cute Small World, Whimsical Space, and Secret Store. And I'm not sure if there's an artist for this one either. I think this is the last one that like really doesn't have an artist. But the reason why I'm hesitating to unhaul these or not is because the images are small enough to where I won't spend like 24 hours on it. But also the lines are very thin. So I will probably have to use color pencils with them. But they are really cute. So I'm like on the fence because they're adorable. And they are really cute. And they remind me of like those sticker scenes that they now have out there. That's Cute Small World. This is Whimsical Space. And it does come with like a nice cardstock thing that you can put behind the page so you can protect your pages. But again, I probably would not use alcohol marker only because it's just too small spaces for that. But they are really cute. So I might end up keeping these because they're just adorable. That's Whimsical Space. And then Secret Store. Very cute. I think I like Secret Store is one of my favorites. Just because I love little shops. And you don't find coloring books like this. You really don't. So I really like these a lot. Just because I really like coloring stores and stuff. And then Creative Space. Which is a little bit more, looks like homes. Some schools and stuff. Very cute. And I love food-themed pages are like one of my favorites. And we're definitely going to get into more coloring books that I've actually colored. These are actually more new to me, like within like the past like 4 months or so. It's like I haven't actually colored in them. All right, let's see. And I think I have one more simplistic book and then we'll go into the other books. So this is Cozy Corners and it's by Love Louder. And this is one that is literally just little corner homes. And I think I actually might unhaul this. I know I had one that I was planning on coloring either last month or this month, but I'm like, I don't know. Just because there's no characters, you know, they look kind of empty and lonely. You know what I mean? Like when I want to color something like this, I kind of want characters to live in it. You know what I mean? Now, I just thought of something. I could color this, and actually what I could do is I could add character stickers into it. That actually might be a great idea, actually. Okay, I'm keeping it. Never mind. That changed my mind when I thought of adding sticker characters. Okay, well, we're keeping that. All right, on to like the rest of my collection that actually has, I think all of them are artist made. So I'll let you know if they're not or might not be, but like 99% of my collection is artist created. But this one is from wow, I cannot pronounce it. Tumuarta. It's a watercolor coloring book, and I actually like this one better than the others. This is acid-free cold press, 100% cotton, and you get 20 flowers images to color. And I do have one in here that I've done. And actually, I love this paper, and I will be coloring more in here. I actually am planning on doing some a page either this month or next month in it to do on my channel. But there is the one I did, and it's just watercolors. Did a little bit of shading with my watercolors, but that is it. And I don't know exactly what flower that is. I wish it would tell you what flower. Probably not. No, it doesn't say, but that'd be nice if it did. But that's the one I did, and I believe color pencils would work great on this too because it is watercolor paper. I think you could easily, yeah, it even shows on the back paintbrushes, even shows markers, pencils. So yeah, I haven't tried any other medium on here, but I'm excited to try that out. Then I have one book by Rita Berman, and she's actually one of my favorite artists, and I kind of want to buy more, but they are a little bit on the pricey side depending on where you get them. This is Meine Reise durch Afrika, and she is I can't remember where she's from. Is she from Germany, I think? I can't remember. But I did get the actual like German version of this one, and it's one of my favorites. So I do actually have a couple images done in this one, plus one I'm still working on, which has not been finished yet. But here's one I'm working on, and it takes water-based markers very, very well. So I've been kind of working along in that, and I have kept this kind of motif color, although I don't know if I have that dark blue anymore. I'll have to check. But I've been kind of keeping that same mosaic throughout the entire pages. So as far as finished pages go, I finished this one. This is water-based markers. I think they were all Calor markers. This was the set I used. And yeah, it's a Calor 72 colors water-based marker set. Make sure it says water-based, not alcohol, because it will bleed through, and they're double-sided, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. So I finished that one. I finished this one, which might be one of my favorite pages I've done. I just really love the color scheme. Like the orange and the green and the yellow just really pops. So really love that page. And I know I've done a couple more in here. Yes, I did this one, see, so I pulled in that mosaic color. And I did a lot of shading in this mosaic for that one. Oh yeah, I was like, I know I did one more. So I did this kind of tile mosaic and really like how that turned out too. Probably one of my favorite pages I've done. And I think I have one more in here that I colored with somebody else. It's got to be in here somewhere. Where are you? Oh, I guess I didn't. I really thought I had. No, I know I did another one in here. I just realized I did a fennec fox in here. I'm like, I know I did one more. Where are you? I should have there it is. I was like, I should have marked it, but I forgot I did this one. I was like, I know I did. So this was water-based markers, some white Posca paint pen, gold paint pen, and then I did some distress ink and stencils for the clouds in the background. So I really should do more stenciling because that's a lot of fun too. So that's the last one I did in Meine Reise durch Afrika by Rita Berman. And she's a fantastic artist too. I'll leave that in there. Well, yeah, I guess I'll keep that in there. All right, so let's see. Next is Crystal Vogel's Aus Maurice. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that right or not. But this is my very first Crystal Vogel, and I will be purchasing more just because her artwork is amazing. And I love it. Haven't worked in it yet, but she is one of my favorite artists. These are technically single-sided, but there's adorable, cute little images on the back that like you just want to color too. So this will most likely be just sticking with color pencils in this one and no alcohol markers because it's just too pretty. Paper quality though is pretty nice though. It's thicker than Amazon paper, but not too thick. So I would not use alcohol markers. Maybe water-based markers. I know there's a test page back here. That would be nice. Oh, there kind of is if you want to use this back one as a test page. But I love this one. It's so pretty. Now I got to wait for spring and summer to work in it because it's a little too spring and summer for me right now. Then I have 3 books from Hanna Karlzon, which she is one of my absolute favorite artists. So I do have a few of hers, not all of them, but I do have my favorites of hers. And I just got the Merry Christmas one by her, and I cannot wait to color in it. Its images are gorgeous. She's one of my favorite artists ever, but really, really love her artwork, and I can't wait to color in this. So I have her Christmas one. I don't even know where to start. All I know is this one will be colored in for sure for Christmas time. I love her artwork. So pretty. So that's Merry Christmas. Then I have Grains of Gold, which does have a finished page in it. Found that out the other day during filming another video. And I was like, oh, I do have one page colored in here. So this is kind of a collection of like favorites plus 11 new images. So there are some favorites in here, and I probably do have some repeats in my other book from this one, but that's okay. I mean, if there's a repeat, I wouldn't mind coloring it again in a different color pattern. I really want to do this one. And I do have one in here that is done, and it's this one. And yes, I go all out sometimes when I do color, especially if it has good quality paper. I tend to really work hard at what I color. It just takes a long time. So trying to remember what I used in this one. I know I used water-based markers for most of it. I used distress ink for the edges. I used some gold paint, I think. I'm not sure what brand, but gold paint for the circle. Didn't really work that well, but that's okay. And then gold Posca paint pen for her earring. And yeah, so had a lot of fun with that. I even used water-based markers for her hair for the highlighting. I love her hair, honestly. I don't know if I could duplicate that and do that again, but I love her hair. I think I've done it only twice. But the water-based, well, not the water-based. Her skin, actually, I used watercolor, I think, but it bled through. I have no idea why. But if I use darker colors on this, it should be fine after that. I don't know why it bled, but it did. My watercolors, I guess I just used too much water or something. Then I have Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hanna Karlzon, and this is actually probably my favorite book by her. And I have at least one done in here, if not more than that. I think 2 maybe. But I do love these designs. They're so pretty. I love the forest theme. This would be great actually for coloring in fall. Really beautiful. So here's one that I did, and I used distress ink for the background. I love using distress ink in her books. It's just so much fun. I used water-based markers and Prismacolor pencils for the rest of it. And then I used some gold paint for the outside and used a little bit of, I think I used stickles for her bubble. So it made it glitter. And then I'm not sure if I have another one in here. I thought I did, but that could be my only one. Oh no, I do. I have this one. This was an experiment, honestly. It did bleed through, and that was actually water-based markers, so I'm not sure how that happened because I used it before and it didn't happen. So again, I'll probably just do jewel tones to kind of fix that page, but all water-based markers. I think I used, again, this time there was really no bleed through for her skin. I think I used watercolor for her skin. I might have used water-based markers. And the background was actually, I think it was mica powder. And I just did like a black background, and then I put a ton of mica powder on it. And then I sealed it quick. I think I used a Fix-It spray. I can't remember what spray I used, but I think it turned out really cool. And there is no mica powder is going to come off because I really sprayed it good. It kind of created a cool effect because it did kind of spread a little bit, but I kind of like it. I wish I didn't choose pink, but that's okay. Then I have one small book. I probably do have actually more of her books, but a lot of the books I have by Deborah Muller are actually not physical books, digital downloads that I bought from her at Etsy store. So I don't have physical books of hers. And I think I'm just sharing physical books today, and I'll do my digital downloads another day maybe. And then, but this one I actually wanted to give away last fall from her. So I don't know if it's available, but it's just fun, cute little ghost. I'm not a huge coloring ghost person, really, but I just thought it was cute. I do have one done in here that I think I shared on my channel already. It's this one. And it was just kind of cute. A little girl and her kitty. All this was done in alcohol markers, I believe. Yes, alcohol markers. And then a little bit of white Posca paint pen to kind of create the white around the cute little girl. So yes, yeah, I think that's it. And the stars too were white Posca paint pen. And this was a color palette challenge on her Facebook group. So not sure if that one's available or not on her channel. Then I have two from the artist Daria Kakoy. And she's one of my also favorite artists as well. I have quite a few favorite artists, but I just love her pages. They're so pretty. So I'm going to start with Color in Oceans Mermaids. This is coloring book number 3, Grayscale. Her grayscale images are so pretty. And one of my favorite pages I've ever done is in here. So I can't wait to share with you. And sometimes she has extra images in the back. Not sometimes, usually, that don't have to do with the actual theme like the mermaids. So I did this one. Love her. So I gave her some green skin, and they did kind of flatten out. I used some 3D paint to kind of give some bubbles to the seashell, but they kind of flattened out after a little while, so they didn't stay bubbled out, but that's okay. So I used alcohol markers as a base. I used some distress ink and stencils for her scales around her face. And I think I used some Prismacolor pencils for shading. That one I had a lot of fun with. And I think that might be the only mermaid I've done so far. Even though I have tons of ideas for the mermaids, just every time summer comes around, I never feel like coloring. It's just too hot. Although thankfully we finally got an air conditioning, so it's not as bad. So love that book, just never color in it. I should though. Then the last one for her is Amazingly Adorable Collection. This is coloring book number 9. So she does have a lot of books, and I tend to forget that she has quite a few. And this was actually a project book in T's World of Adult Coloring on her Facebook page, and I never completed it, but I did get a lot of pages done in here, at least for me anyways. So I just basically stuck with alcohol markers for this book. So there's bedtime stories. Love the colors in that one. Then we have Golden Ears of Wheat. I also really like the color scheme in this one. It just kind of looks old-fashioned, and I love kind of the muted tones of that. And then, oops, I think I have, yeah, something bled through because I forgot to put a paper behind it. But did this girl. I am not a fan of the color scheme of this one at all. I don't know what was going on in my head. I should have done like a lighter purple in her dress. I don't know, but alcohol markers and then some stickles for her wings. I love the glitter. So pretty, and it feels fun too when it's done. It just takes forever to dry. If you use stickles, you gotta let it dry a long time. Like I leave it overnight pretty much so it doesn't stick or anything. This was another one that was a favorite. This was a buddy color actually with Disney Meg. I forgot we did do a buddy color. I forgot about that. I was gonna ask her if she wanted to buddy color, and we did buddy color. We did this one. So Disney Meg, if you don't know, she's on YouTube. But I did this one, alcohol markers and stickles for her wings. And I really love this color scheme, the pink, purple, and blue. I need to do more of that. Definitely. Oh, I love the glitter. Oh, it's so pretty. I love glitter. And I think that might be the last one. I didn't do a whole lot in this one, but more than I usually do because it was a project book and I just never got around to finishing it, unfortunately. Oh, no, I have one more. I forgot about her. See, this is a better purple scheme for me, I think. I did stickles for the circle around her, and then the rest was alcohol markers, and I had a lot of fun with it. Probably could have done some shading if I wanted to, but just usually I just like to have fun with this one, so I didn't do too much extra. And that's it for that one. I'm just gonna leave the paper in there because I'll probably work in it soon. Then I have 2 books by R.J. Hampson, and I have his first Mr. Fogarty book, and then I have Lost in Time. I need his other one. I think it's Around the World, I think that's what it's called. I don't have that one yet, but I have A Frog's Tale, and there are double images in here, and I have 1 paperback and 1 hardcover. So And there's not much of a paper difference, I don't think. But I do have one done in here. And this book is just so adorable. Oh, I love this one. Now, this is one where like there is a lot of detailing, but I actually really enjoy doing it. So I did this one, and this was almost all Prismacolors. I only used alcohol markers to base their clothing and then the dark charcoal gray background. The rest was really just Prismacolor pencils and a little bit of gold Posca paint pen for the details in his clothing. But I love this one. It was my first experience creating like fireflies, and I loved doing the fireflies. Oh, it was so much fun. But I can't wait to do more in here. I have ideas for this page. I think it's going to be fun, but oh boy, is that going to take me a long time. But I love this book. It's so cute. The images are adorable, and I can't wait to color more. Then the other one I have of his, which is a hardcover, this is Lost in Time. I do have one finished. I did the first page because I wanted to do it from beginning to end. So I did the title page here where you can put your name. And I think I used alcohol markers, maybe? Yes. Based it in alcohol markers, and then I did some Posca paint pen for some of the detailings, and then Prismacolors for shading. So really liked it. Totally forgot to write down what colors I used because I really was kind of tempted to be like, okay, I'm going to use these exact same colors throughout the entire book for his clothing, etc. And I kind of forgot. And then I started this one doing like the same fall color theme. Didn't get to finish it yet, but I am slowly getting there. And again, I forgot to write what color I used, so it might be a little off when I go back. I hate when I do that. Because I usually tend to finish a coloring page when I'm actually working on it, or at least finish the color I'm working on. So yeah, that kind of stunk. Oh, wait, I did keep it. How about that? Okay, so I did keep the Mr. Fogarty colors, even though like I can barely read it, but I did keep that. So just not unfortunately for this one. That's okay. Another huge stack. I have two Chris Riniac's coloring books, which are amazing, and I want them all. So I have this one, which is Chris Riniac's Morning Scribbles coloring book number 2. Couldn't remember which one I owned, but I own number 2. And it's 50 more pages of monster doodles. And oh, his doodles are the best, let me tell you. If you just want to be cheered up and have a great time coloring, get one of his books. His creativity is amazing. So I have quite a few done in this book. And then he's actually the only one I have a finished coloring book from. I know. Who am I? I never finished a coloring book. But I did this one. I think it was around 4th of July maybe, because I just kind of wanted to do some fun colors. Maybe it wasn't actually. I think I did this maybe around Christmas time, which I think is funny. But I was trying out different mediums, and I think I used maybe some chalk pastels or something, because they're kind of chalky. So either chalk pastels or maybe some gelato sticks. Maybe gelato sticks. But I did that one. Oh, come on. They are so adorable. They are so cute. Oh, so adorable. This is one of my favorite ones. My little cheeseburger. Mr. Chester, that's what I named him. Does the other one have a name? Because I'm like, I think I went around naming characters all of a sudden. Oh, he doesn't have a name. Well, we're going to have to name him. If you have names, put them down in the comments. But he's Mr. Chester. I added the cheese drizzle on top because why not? I mean, he had cheese. No, did he have cheese coming off his arm? Yeah, I think he did. But I did add the cheese drizzle on top. But he was just so cute. Let's see. Water-based markers, I think. Now that I have alcohol markers, it won't be streaking as much anymore. And then some Prismacolor pencils for shading. So, but his images are so cute. This one, his name was Perlin, like Merlin the magician, but he was a pizza magician, so his name is Perlin. But he was just fun. You can just literally use any color, and it would look good because it's a fun monster. And yes, I added the cheese sauce again up there because why not? So I think I have 1 or 2 more in here. Why I haven't done more, I don't know. Sometimes I forget what I've done in these because it's been a while since I've actually gone into these coloring books. I need to bring this one out because, I mean, oh, I forgot about her. I have to do her. She's adorable. That'll be like my first spring coloring page because she's just adorable. But his images are so cute, and they're also pre-shaded, which is nice. He does all of the shading and everything, which most of them anyways. There's a few that aren't, but for the most part they are. And I did this one, and this was actually a buddy color with T's World of Adult Coloring 2 years ago. Wow. And then I named him Boy Scout Billy. Have no idea why. And this was just Prismacolor pencils. I think that's all I used. I could have used a little bit of marker. Yeah, a little bit of marker, but I think most of him was Prismacolor pencils. But I just had a lot of fun with him. Boy Scout Billy. I think that's the last one I've done in this one. I think I did maybe the title page too. Yes, Little B. Didn't have a name for him either. Gonna have to think of something for him, but did Little B as well. Oh, I love that. I love that coloring book so much. It's so cute. Okay, and then Chris Riniac's Morning Scribbles Christmas coloring book. This is the one that I completed because I did like a Christmas challenge. I wanted to complete a book for Christmas. I didn't. And there's not a whole lot of shading in this one because obviously I was trying to finish it. But I did do some shading. And I think this is when I did get my alcohol markers, my very first set. Just a really cheap set, nothing special. But I was able to do a lot more because of that. So all of this is basically, there might be some like gold and silver detailing with Prismacolor, or not Prismacolors, Posca paint pens. There will be some silver and gold. But other than that, it's just strictly alcohol markers because I just wanted to have fun and do straight coloring. Love that. And yeah, for snow, if anybody's wondering, I literally just did, this was alcohol markers actually, and I just followed where the shading was, and I added like a light touch of blue to kind of create a little bit of dimension in the snow. And it worked out really well. It looks like snow. I love her. I added the garland around the tree. There was no garland. I'm like, this tree needs garland. So I added garland. Love that adorable bear. His drawings are so cute. But yeah, I just kind of went crazy and just had a good time. I don't even know what he is. I thought he was like Santa's beard, but like he could also be like a dust speck, like a dust bunny. That's what I thought. I also love this one too. I created like whatever that sprinkle toast is in Australia. I can't remember what it's called. Is it fairy bread? I think it's fairy bread. But I had them on fairy bread. I added all the sprinkles with Posca paint pen. But I had so much fun. And then I added silver Posca paint pen to create the icicles on his antlers there. I just really went crazy with the colors in these. Oh, this was so much fun. I forgot about this one. I could not believe how well this one turned out too. I really wanted to do a glowing effect, like he was glowing from the firelight to get warm. I can't believe I actually did that. I totally forgot I did that last year. Was it last year or the year before? He's adorable. I love that mint color. He looked like a Cheeto. I was like, why does he look like a Cheeto eating a cookie? And then I added Christmas lights to this page. The tree was completely undecorated. So I think I did actually add in also the string too. The string and the light bulbs to create a fun tree. He's adorable. But these were just so much fun to color. I had a great time. And as I said, I just picked any random colors I could and just had fun coloring. Then I made these adorable ice cream topper guys. I made the chocolate chips and the sprinkles in each one, so they had different flavors. Again, created the little light bulbs in there. Some of them I wish I didn't do as dark of a color, but it's not a bad color or anything. I did get a little creative in the beginning. I did do like a stencil background, and I thought, I'm going to do a stencil background for every single one. Guess who stopped that pretty quickly? Love this one. I did do stencil for the cup. That was a super cute idea. Love that. I thought I did something special for this one, but it doesn't look like it. No, I think I just did straight coloring for that one. But made them look cold. I did add snowflakes for this one, though. I looked up how to draw some snowflakes, and I added snowflakes in the background. That was fun. I did. This was fun. This one did not have anything on its antlers, so I actually drew in some cute little ornaments on his antlers. Look how adorable he is. He was just missing something. I was like, okay, I need to do some ornaments in his antlers. So that was lots of fun. It'd be fun to go back to this coloring book and add some extra stuff. There's another stencil background that I did. I like this one. This is a buddy color with Dana's Coloring Book Obsession. I forgot we did that one together. And then this one, oh, I love this one. One of my favorite pages it was literally just the cat. And I think there was lights on the tree. Possibly. I can't remember. Yeah, I think there was. But then I was like, no, I don't think there was actually. So I created this entire light situation where I'm like, this cat got into trouble, already tangled himself into the tree. And I just think it turned out so much fun. That's one of my favorite pages. I love creating like extra effects that aren't in the page. I really want to do that more often. I love this one. It's so cute. Wrapping himself up for Christmas. There's some little bit more distress ink with stencils. I did some stenciling in the cup, and did I do it in a scarf? I'm not sure. I could have, but I can't remember. Very, very cute. Did some pastel colors too. I did some snowflakes in her bags just to make them look more wintry. I also think I did add the hearts too. Yeah, I think I did add the hearts into her box up there. And I just added some clouds in the background. I probably should have added more clouds and just like did a whole bunch of clouds, but I guess I kind of stopped. And then I did more lights in that tree too, because it just needed lights. I did do the little gingerbread man up there, and the main page to match the other page that had that same character. So that is one complete book. That's exciting. Never had that happen before. Now this is one where I'm thinking about unhauling, even though like one of my best friends back in the day gave me this, but I just never color it. And I don't know why I don't. I just don't think I'm a huge fan of the pictures in here. My friend Karen sent it to me. Oh, look, she even wrote in it. Wow. Okay, so it was for my birthday, and I can't believe it's like almost 10 years. Wow. That's a long time. But we're still Facebook friends. We were just like literally pen pals, and we met online, and we're still friends, but we don't chat very often. But I never gravitate toward this book. And there's not like, I did this one. This is one that I actually really do like. I like the color schemes and everything. But again, as I said, I don't really gravitate towards this book, which is a shame because I do like it. I just never really color in it, you know? I think just because there's a lot of white space in these pages, and this is the other one that I did. This was just colored pencils, like really cheap colored pencils back in the day, and some water-based markers. Water-based markers actually does really well. Hardly any bleed through, which is nice. But yeah, it is a good quality book too. Like the pages are fairly thick, which is nice. I don't know. This is like one that like I'm hesitant that I kind of want to get rid of. Then I'm like, well, what if I do want to color it someday? So yeah, that's like a maybe. I don't know. Okay. Then I have one book from Jeffrey Brown. This is a Darth Vader and Family Coloring book, and this is adorable. I really do want to finish this one. But this is single-sided, which I love. I really do appreciate when artists do that. But this is like if Darth Vader was a dad. Like if he actually did grow up with his kids and take them places and have fun with them. So it's just Luke and Leia as kids, and don't make bubbles at the restaurant. Oh, that's hilarious. But I love this one. It's very, very cute. I did do one or two, and I was thinking about sticking with the same color scheme, especially for the family. Oh, there's a Christmas one. I'll have to do that one. But I know I did at least one in here. I think maybe 1.5 to 2. I know I have like one that I didn't finish. Let's see. It must be all the way in the front. Yeah, so I did this one. I actually do kind of like how it turned out. This was before the alcohol marker phase, but it didn't turn out bad. I think I used colored pencil, water-based markers, and then gel pen. I did glitter black gel pen for the sky and glitter gel pen for R2-D2. So I'm actually might keep that because I like the way the sky glitters like stars with the black glitter gel pen. I'm going to find my gel pens. And then I did the title page. So yes, before the alcohol markers came, there was the water-based markers that tended to streak really bad. But that's okay. I mean, I've had this book probably for a very long time. Can't even remember when I got it. Probably as old as the book. Well, it says 2017. I don't think it was that long ago I got this, but it's been like a good probably 8 to 10 years. So I love that one. Then this is probably one of my favorite coloring books. This is it's an odd shape, and it's hard to put away because it's so tall, I can't put it that way. I actually have to put it sideways like that. But this is Coloring with Your Octopus by Brian Kazinger. And he was a professional illustrator for movies. But he decided to just go off and do his own thing. And he created this coloring book. And it's so cute. Oh, I love it. I think I have 1 or 2 pages in here that are finished, but they are double-sided, which is unfortunate. So I do stick with color pencils in this one. I might do some distress. Oh, I do distress ink too, but it's just so much fun. All the creativity and the poses and stuff with her octopus. Just hilarious. This one's one of my favorite ones with all the suitors, and he's kind of like shoving them and pushing them away. That's hilarious. But just really beautiful images. So I have 2. I think this is one I was going to work on last winter, but never got to. But I do have one done for fall, at least in here. Where is the one I finished? Oh, I know I have one in here because I remember doing it and I was like, I finally did one. There it is. I did 2, actually, both for fall. So distress ink for the cloud background. I want to do some fun pink clouds. I did then the rest. I think I did do actually water-based markers. Do they do well? I think they did do well. They did do well. So it is a bit of a thicker paper. So I did do some water-based markers, distress ink for the octopus. That's his natural coloring. I have to remember what colors I used, but that's his natural color. Is like this pretty mauve and brown color. Then I used some Prismacolors and gel pens for the rest of the detailing. Then I did this one of them decorating the pumpkins. Majority was distress ink actually, and then Prismacolor pencils for her outfit and the little towels down there, and a little bit of water-based markers for the bats. But had a lot of fun with this one. I do like distress ink in it. I think it just makes it more fun. And I did try to kind of like create this effect where he's changing along with like the pumpkins that he's holding. So I thought I'd do something fun with that. And I definitely kept the color scheme somewhere. This was a gift actually from a friend. I totally forgot that somebody gifted that one to me. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, so let's see. I have one book from the artist Kevin Teo Art, and he's a French artist, I believe. And this is actually one of my favorite coloring books. Have I colored in it? No, not yet, but I will. So it's Funny Tales. It's a grayscale coloring book, and it's all about fairy tales. So it's got fairy tales in here. And I really do love it. So it's got different fairy tales. It's got well-known ones. It's got like French and German style ones. But again, really beautiful artwork. I just haven't colored in it. And I don't know why, because I really do love these books. And I think I could really have a lot of fun with these. Especially that one. So cute. But again, I don't know why I haven't colored in it yet. But I will. All right. This is another one that I have a lot colored in. This is Garfield Uninspiring Quotes, Anti-Therapy Coloring Book for All Ages, for those who need calm in a sarcastic world. But I just love how humorous Garfield is, and I have done a lot in here. Water-based markers do excellent in this book, even though it's double-sided. So I have a ton done in here with water-based markers, just because it's quicker and easier, I think. But I just had fun. You know, when I'm just tired and I just want to, relax and color, I use water-based or alcohol markers just to have fun straight coloring. Let's see what other ones I've done in here. I've done this double page spread. Not really double page spread, but 2 in a row. But yes, I have a lot of fun in this one. I keep the color scheme pretty similar too throughout. I really had a lot of fun with that one. I don't know what I want to do with the background. I haven't decided about that yet. I want to paint it black. I'm thinking maybe just paint it black. Did that one, and I'm actually keeping it this way because I just like the black and white pop art and having like just the orange Garfield in the front. I really like that. Then I have this one of him shopping. That was so much fun, but it was on sale, so I bought everything pretty much. Love this book though. It's one of my favorites. Don't know, don't care. An anti-therapy coloring book. Oh, I do have like one that I'm working in yet. Oh, I did that one. Those polka dots took forever. They were actually originally on the page. I was like, do I have to color all those in? But I like the way it looks afterwards. But I did this one. I have not finished the flowers yet on this page. Totally forgot about it. It says, never trust a smiling cat. And actually, it was funny. I actually painted parsley in his teeth. Like he stole a bite of lasagna and left the parsley. Yes, I drew that in. I was in a silly mood that day, apparently. But that was so much fun. There's I Spy a Blubber Brain. Poor Odie. I love Odie. Yeah, I've got a ton done in here. I did this one, Snack Attack. So I definitely, this is like a project book I do want to finish. I'm going to try to finish next year. That would be fun. All right, so I have that one. Next up, this one might be a giveaway. I'm not sure yet that I'm unhauling. It says Just Add Color Circus, artwork by Sarah Walsh. And I keep looking at it, and the artwork is like really, really pretty, but I just never color in it. So I don't know why I never color in it. But it is single-sided, which I love, and the artwork is beautiful, but I just never gravitate towards it, you know? Now that I'm looking at it, though, I think I'm gravitating towards it now. It's very, like, kind of pop art almost, maybe? I do like this one a lot. Okay, I might have to color in this one. Yeah, I also like the thicker lines, too, for alcohol markers. That one's fun. Tattooed man. Or he could be the strong man, who knows? He's not the tattooed lady. Oh, yeah, this one's so much fun. I think I'm going to keep it. All right, well, I'm not doing super great with getting rid of ones. At least I got rid of a couple in the beginning. So this is Gnome Sweet Gnome. It's by Dover Designs, but the artist is, hold on, let me find her. I know she's pretty famous. There we go. Teresa Goodridge. And I never owned any of her books, but I found this at a dollar store, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab it. I think it was a dollar store. It's either dollar store or book outlet. One of those. But I think it was a dollar store. But Gnome Sweet Gnome. And I was like, you know what? I just need to grab one because her artwork is super cute. It is extremely detailed. So I probably won't color in this one as often. I do love the gnomes, though. And I do have one that I think I finished in here. Don't quote me, though, but I really thought I had one done in here. Oh, the Christmas ones are cute. I have to mark all the Christmas pages. I really thought I finished one in here. Like, I thought it was a buddy color with somebody. Or maybe, oh, I think we did have a plan to color it, but we never did. That could be it. Yeah, so this is an uncolored coloring book, and I thought it wasn't. So I'm going to have to color in it sometime soon. All right, and then I did actually find out that I had one more coloring book that wasn't a digital download from Deborah Muller. This is The Holly and the Ivy, and this is actually, I'm not sure if it was in collaboration with something. I think it was, but this is illustrated by Deborah Muller, and it's entirely Christmas themed. And I won this in a giveaway, actually. I totally forgot. This was a giveaway as well from her. And I really do like this book. The images are beautiful. Very much not like her, most of her images, you know? So it's very, very different. And I like it, actually. And so I have done at least one or two in here, and I really like how they turned out. I went like a pastel theme. Because I think I have like a sticker book that has like Christmas themed things that are pastel, and I really just like the pastel color. So I have one in here. I thought I had two at least, but I could be mistaken. So I do have this one. Yeah, I think that's the last one. So I based it in alcohol markers, and then I used just some fun stickles to create the snow colors on top of all of the houses. And I just had a fun time with that one. That one turned out so pretty. And I think that might be the only one I've done in this one. Definitely want to do more in here this winter. Yeah, so that's the only one. Oh, she did sign it too, which was nice. Okay, and then I have one book called Aesthetica Synthetica Sketchbook by Carla Magana. And this is a project book that I have had where I'm trying not to duplicate colors, and I'm also doing like monochromatic, so like it's only one color, different shades, but one color per page. So I've done a few in this already, and I have ideas for the ones that are tabbed. So I did this one in all pink, based her in alcohol markers, and then did some stickles detailing. So I like the idea of doing like one color for each one. I might have to like duplicate colors after a while, but then there's the blue girl. I love the twinkles in her hair with the stickles, based in alcohol markers again. And then this one is green and did some stickles as well, also alcohol markers. But having a lot of fun doing the colors, and I think that's the only other one I've done in here yet. So not much done in that one. Then I have this one, which is the only physical book I have of Hannah Lynn's. I think I have one or two digital ones that I purchased from her. But this is 50 portable pages, so it's very small compared to like a regular coloring book. It is very, very small. So I like having like a compact one that I can probably bring with me. I think I have one or two done in here. And I'm not a huge fan of the one I did in here. I think that's why I stopped from coloring for a while in here. But this was one that was different. I did a challenge thing where you could only do crosshatch marks. And so I did that. And it's different. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm a fan of it or not. I did it though. It was fun as an experience, but I don't think I'd do it again. Maybe in like one of those simplistic books, maybe. And then I started this one, but I never continued. So I will have to try to get that one done sometime. But yeah, so don't have anything else done. This would be a fun project book because I do like how small the images are. Then I have one book by Tatiana Bogomolova, and I have Nice Little Town Valentine's Day, and I love her mouse towns. Her mouse towns are adorable, and they are so cute. Love them all. And I know I have, I'm not sure if I have one done or I have plans for one. I think I have plans for one in here, and I think I actually did do a copy of it on cardstock. That way it was a little bit of better paper because it is on just regular Amazon paper, but this one's beautiful. I love this one. So I got to do something in that next year. And then I have Chibi Girls, which is by Jade Summer. It's appreciated 100 plus pages, 4 books in one. If you want a bunch of different styles in the Chibi Girls, this is the one to get because it has 4 different coloring books in one. And I have a ton done in here. I haven't looked through this book in a long time, so we'll see what I've colored. But I love the grayscale. I think it's so much fun to color. So this was actually the very first coloring page I think I did for when I started my channel, for my coloring channel back in 2023. And that's how I got my name, The Coloring Angel, on my channel, on my coloring channel. So yeah, I had a great time with that. I didn't color the background. I don't know why, but yeah, so alcohol markers mostly in this book, and I did white Posca paint pen for her wings. I don't think I did a lot of Christmas ones. I'll have to pick a couple Christmas ones. I did this one. That was a buddy color with Sabrina's Amazing Coloring Journey. All alcohol markers except for the candies I did in gold and silver paint pen or gel pen, probably gel pen. Then I did this one with a buddy color with M Colors. Super adorable. And that was just alcohol markers. I didn't do anything special for that one. Did this one with another buddy color with Country Gals. That was kind of fun. I really love pink. Pink is like one of my favorite colors to do in this book. So alcohol markers again for the most part. There are some ones that I'm not a huge fan of. Like there's a couple Halloween ones where I'm like, no. I did do this one though. She's just like a kitty and she's eating mice. So basically all alcohol markers except the mice were I think white Posca paint pen because I wanted them to be a little bit brighter. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like the Halloween type ones, so I do want to do that one though. Phantom of the Opera, that one's cool. Again, I love the grayscale. It's so much fun to color. And it's already kind of like pre-shaded, so it's a lot of fun just to relax and color. All right, as I said, quite a few Halloween ones that I probably would not color. Most of them aren't really that scary, but this is probably one of my favorite ones because I actually did a lot of different techniques. I did alcohol marker base mostly, but then the water is all distress ink. And then I did like a white speckle thing to kind of create some wave patterns and stuff in the background. Love that. And then I did this one, all water, or actually no, this was water-based markers actually not alcohol. Because I can see a lot of streaking, so that must have been before I got alcohol markers. This was also, I think, water-based markers, I think. Yeah, but I had fun with it, though. I love her purple hair. Apparently, she did not want purple hair, though. This is one of my favorite ones just because of the magenta hair. Love the magenta hair. So all water-based or alcohol markers, and then a little bit of the white to make the background pop more. Then I did this one all in alcohol markers, and then did a lot of white detailing with some white Posca paint pen. This is one that I never finished, but I'd like to complete it. I think I decided to stick with like one color scheme, like this purple, blue, yellow, pink, and then I stopped. I was like, oh no, I gotta go back and finish. And I don't think there's too many in the front here. Oh, there's one. Oh, I didn't finish her. I think I started her last fall, but never completed her. So just kind of like a fairy or elf. I think she's an elf. But she was a lot of fun. I just never finished her. So I'll have to come back to that one. And then I did this one, the little French girl. She's adorable, another buddy color. I did a lot of buddy colors in this one. That helped me color more. I did start this one, and I just never finished it because I started doing just regular colored pencils, and I didn't really like the soft look to it. I was like, it's kind of almost too soft with this type of paper or whatever, but I'm kind of tempted to like make her look more vintage and maybe do him in like stark like alcohol markers. I think that might be kind of fun. Making her look like she's from the past or the future or something. That'd be cool. And then I did this one. Oh, wow, I forgot about this one. Look how cool she looks. I think I did this one actually on camera, I think, on my coloring channel. But yes, I did a galaxy background, which was so much fun. Then most of her was in Prismacolor pencils. I kept her like a gray tone. I don't know why I wanted to keep her gray. I don't know. But I just had fun. And then copper gel pen. Oh man, I forgot about that one. That was so much fun. Okay, that's it. That was a long one for Chibi Summers. I have two more simplistic coloring books. These are called Colorful Journeys and Colorful Cities. And this is by Zakodo. But these are just kind of very, very simplistic. I'm not sure if I want to keep these. As I flip through them, I'll probably say, ooh, now I want to keep them. These are also, I feel like, are these left-handed? They are, technically, like, the image is on the left-hand side. So, if you're a lefty, like me, perfect. But see, now I like them once I, like, clicked into them. Because, like, I can do some fun, like, really pretty backgrounds and stuff in this. I think I've done one in here. Maybe not. I think it was a different book. But very simplistic, but I really like the ones that are in these like circle things. Or archways, whatever you call them. They're really fun. Okay, I probably will keep that one. All right, and then I have Colorful Cities that they came in like a 2-pack, which is nice. But these have different cities in them. Very cool. And they say where each place is, which is pretty nice too. Italy, Greece, Portugal, Egypt, Brazil. Very fun. I like this one too. Makes a interesting creaking noise when it opens and closes. Then I have Reptaloids coloring book by Basil Sacco is the artist name. And I have Reptaloids. There's also Reptaloids 2, but I don't have that one. And I'm not sure there's any after that. But I do have a couple in here, at least 2 or 3 that I have done. And I did this one. I did a Robin Hood style. I think this was mostly alcohol markers. And I think I did a little bit of Prismacolor pencil for shading. Maybe not. I think I just did straight alcohol markers on that. But the images are very, very cute. I love the different creatures that the artist created. Super fun. Then I did this one. This was a buddy color. So I think I did a little bit of water-based markers, I think, for the sunset. That actually turned out better than I thought. And then a little bit of alcohol marker. And then I forgot to do the frame, but I actually like the white frame. I'm probably going to keep it that way. And I know I have one more because I remember it. There she is. So the Queen Mother Duck or whatever she is. I think that's the last one, yeah. So Distress Ink background with the clouds. And then mainly, I think I did just Prismacolor pencils on her. Plus a little bit of glitter gel pen. And that's about it for her. So yeah, I had a good time with her. She was fun. Very, very fun. Then I have this one. This one was actually from the dollar store. It's Beauty in the Bible, Faith Can Move Mountains. And I actually got this one. This is another one that I don't know if I'd ever really color it in that much, even though the paper quality is actually not terrible. But I never gravitate towards it. But I got this when my dad and I were camping years ago. So I'm like, I really don't want to get rid of it. So I'm just going to have to color it. I have actually, I think I used that. I traced it for a journaling project. But I do want to color in this. I just have not reached for it. So maybe someday soon I will actually color in it. And I'll show you what year it is, because I think I wrote it in the back or the front. Yes, July 19th, 2019. Wow, that's an old coloring book. Next, I have Dominion of Giants by Eric Messinger. His book is amazing. I want to finish all of these. He's an exceptional artist, but he's got so many cool and creative giants. I don't know why. I like giants, apparently. But he has inspirations in the front. So you can like check out his original drawings, which is pretty cool. Digital drawings and stuff. Pretty cool. So again, we're going back here. I don't want to lose the one I did. I think I only did one so far. But this one reminds me of like the Friendly Giant, or the BFG, Big Friendly Giant. But I do love his artwork. This is the one I did. Love this one. I did this one back in 2020 when I first got back into coloring, and he's just so cool. I gave a stark black paint background, mostly Prismacolors. This is before I had markers and stuff. Yep. Prismacolor pencils, a little bit of gold gel pen for his coins around his coat. But I made him a winter snow giant, and I love him. Love him to pieces. He's so cool. I'm not a fan of these front ones because like he gave like a color tablet, which is fine for others, but like I really don't want that. So I'll probably just paint the entire background black just so I don't, because it kind of takes away from the picture. Oh, I did do another one in here. I was not sure I did another one. So I did this one, and this was so much fun. I think this was based in alcohol markers. I know I did some shading too. So alcohol markers, I did do acrylic paint. And I did kind of a brushing, sweeping motion just to kind of try to do a little bit of a northern light effect. It turned out okay. But I forgot about him, and he was a lot of fun too. I had a lot of fun with that one. So that is the last one I've done in that one. Next, I have 2 Archie comic coloring books. These are the official coloring books of the Archies. Not sure if there's any other ones, but these are the ones that I do have. Not sure about the company that came. I guess it is Archie Comic Publications. I don't know if another coloring book company actually helped with them, or I don't know. But here is the Archie coloring book, and I really don't have anything in here because it's double-sided, and markers do not do well in here, even water-based. So I kind of have not been doing much in here, so which is unfortunate because I love these. Like, it reminds me of the ones that you used to be able to color, because I think sometimes they had coloring pages in the Archie comics, and so it reminded me of that. And I just really want to do some stuff in here. I have at least one done partially in here, but again, I did water-based markers and they still bled through. Yeah, this one. So I did almost finish this one, just not the background, but it did very, very slightly bleed through, like almost throughout the entire thing. So yeah, no more water-based markers. I really wish this was single-sided because I would probably have colored this whole book by now. I think that's the only one that I did do in this. Oh no, I did do that one. And I did do water-based markers. And see, but this one held up though, which is kind of strange. The other one didn't. This one did, even though I did do water-based markers. Interesting. Maybe because they were a lighter shade, maybe. Well, the pink wasn't, but it didn't bleed through. Interesting. All right, so I have that one. And then the next one I have is Archie's Holiday Coloring Book. And I only have one in here that I started, never finished. So this is one I would love. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. I love Katie Keene. Like, she's a fashion icon. Whoever created all of her dresses, absolutely stunning. But I do have one in here that I started to color. That one with colored pencils. Just kind of stopped, never went back, but I'd like to try to get back into this one. Because as I said, I'm a huge Archie comic fan, still am to this day, but just haven't colored in it. I keep finding Deborah Muller coloring books. I found another one. This is Zen Doodle Coloring, Magical Fairies, illustrations by Deborah Muller. I got this one at a dollar store years and years and years ago for like $3. Was not going to pass it up. But I love this book. And I do have one done in here. I did this one, and she is absolutely great. Black acrylic paint background. Water-based markers, I think. And gold detailing. And I think that's the only one I've done in here. But the artwork is beautiful. I love her fairies. There are some books I don't really like of hers, but I do really love her fairies. And I think that's the only one I've done in here so far. But this is definitely one I want to color in more and more. This is one I'm definitely not going to unhaul. I feel like the rest of them in my collection are not ones I'm going to get rid of because they're just too nice. They're just beautiful images. I love them. So yes, definitely will be keeping this one. Yeah, I've only done the one. Really thought I had another one in there. Okay, then I have this one, which I just found. I think this is another one that's similar to like that Lotus company that I shared with you, but this is Mindful Palette. This is Color by Number Blooming Wonders. This is the only color by number that I own. I'm not really a huge fan of color by number, but I wanted to try it with acrylic paint markers. I do have quite a few of those hanging around somewhere. But I figured, you know what? I'm just going to try it out. So very, very thick paper. Like you could use alcohol markers in here, no problem. Here's the color by number chart, and it is perforated so you can take it out. And your own color palette so you can see if the colors match. Probably not, you know. But these are very simplistic designs. That's why I'm like, are they really for me? You know, because this book kind of takes up like so much room in my coloring book stash. Like, is it really one that I can gravitate towards? You know, is it one that I would actually do? Because I don't know if I really like to be told what to color or what colors to use. Like if there's a specific color, like if it's like movie themed, like, you know, Darth Vader and family, I'll stick with those color schemes, you know, because that's a realistic color palette for me, or Garfield or whatever. But if it's like just something like this, I don't really do color by number. So I'm thinking I might unhaul this one. It is pretty, but as I said, I'm not really into the bold, especially bold flower designs. Can't really do much shading. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and either give this to my mom or maybe give it to somebody somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'll just pass that one on too. So good. At least we got rid of another coloring book. So that's good. All right. On to, let's see. Let's do, trying to keep track of what I have here. Let's go ahead and do my Princess Bride collection. So I have 2 coloring books of the Princess Bride. I did have another one, but I think it was AI images, so that was unfortunate because I think it was similar to this artist's design. I'm not sure, but this is an official licensed coloring book. This is celebrating 30 years of the Princess Bride. So I have this one and I have this one. So they are, I believe, done by the same artist. Let's see who did it. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Rachel Curtis. And I think this is also Rachel Curtis. Yes, it is. So they do have similar images in them, but there are different ones as well. So let's do this one first. I don't think I have anything done. Oh, I do have something. So I did start this one. I did just water-based markers, I believe. And I did start using gesso. You can see I used the wrong gesso. I used white gesso, so it kind of faded the color of the flowers. I'm not super mad about that. Plus the fact that this one, I need to paint the black around it just so the flowers go away because water-based markers does not do well in here either. Too bad because it's thicker paper too, but it doesn't do well, and that's okay. Actually, that could have been watercolors that I used for those flowers now that I think of it. Yeah, I think it might have been watercolors. I can't remember now. But yeah, so you can tell a few pages I used the wrong gesso. But that's okay. You know, once you color it in, it won't matter. But just so you know, if you want to use gesso, use clear gesso for your medium not to bleed. But I will say, though, that don't use alcohol markers or like really good quality markers because they will dry them out quicker. But I do have one in here, I think, or it could be the other one. But I mean, I do love the Princess Bride. These are ones I'm not getting rid of. Here's one that I started. Never finished, but I do plan on finishing this double page spread at some point soon. Oops, sorry. I really do want to finish this one because I just love the grayscale image of it. Of course, I love Wesley, so I had to finish it. But I think that's the only other one that I really finished in here. Oh yeah, and I did do the black lettering and the black silhouette. So just need to complete those pages as well. And that's it that I done. Started that one too, but just in color pencil. I don't really like it, but I can fix it sometime. All right, so I have that one. And then the other one is, as I said, pretty similar images. There's like some that have like bigger quotes like this. So this is more of a quote book. Well, like there is quotes and stuff versus the other one that just had pictures. So this one does have different images and stuff in it. Just, you know, there's definitely some different images in here compared to the other one. But some are similar. You can only have so many, I guess, from one movie. But I do love this one. Very, very cute. I'm not a fan of wallpaper images, so maybe I'll do a collage page or something. That would be fun. All right, so that's the last one of that. Then I have 3 of Maria Trole's books. I'm going to try to get out of this stash. I did not put them in any order, but oh, there we go. All right, so I have 3 of Maria Trole books. I have a Universe, which is technically a collection of favorites and new illustrations. It's a mixture of both. So technically, there is, as I said, just a collection. It's not like a new book or anything. So I did get the Universe one. I think it's because I liked the images in this one. I liked the images in this one a lot. I did this one with a buddy color friend of mine. So that was just, what was it? I think Tombow brush pens. And I think that was it. And Tombow brush pens work amazing on this paper. If you want a water-based marker to use in Maria Trolle's books, Tombow brush pens. They work very nicely. At least the lighter colors do. I don't know if I've done any other ones or not, but I think that might be the only one. I really want to do this one. That is so pretty. But I love her images. I don't know why I don't color them more often, but they are so beautiful. Oh yes, I did do this one. This is a buddy color with Geordie colors. I forgot we did that together. But I love this one. I made the bunny look fuzzy because he was just a blank line. So I basically went over the line in white acrylic paint and then created this like fuzzy texture to him. And I really like how that turned out. So cute. I love the white bunny. I think those are around Easter time. Yeah, April 13th. So I had a lot of fun with that. I love buddy coloring. I need to do that more often. It's a lot of fun seeing what everybody else colors too. Nope, nothing else in that one. Then the next one I have of hers is Luna. So this is another Maria Trole book. I think the other 2 books I don't have anything colored in. I think Universal was the first coloring book I got of hers, and so I haven't done much of anything in her books. Ooh, but I do love the bee. That is so cute. That's a lot to color, but it's really pretty. Oh no, I did do this one. Oh, I just saw this one the other day too, and I completely forgot about it. So yay. This one I did a lot of different detailing. Most of it was in Tombow brush pens. Then I did distress ink for the bubble background, and then I lightly drew some white bubbles in the background. And then I used washi tape for the jellyfish. I laid down some washi tape, cut it with an X-Acto just to make sure it stayed within the jellyfish, but I really like how that one turned out. That was a buddy color with Geordie colors too. Must have done 2 in here together. But I really like these books a lot, so I'll have to color more in these. These definitely give me like spring and summer feels. Like none of them scream winter, I don't think. She should do a winter book. Oh no, I think she has. Hasn't she? I can't remember. Moon Valley then is the last book I have of Maria Trolle's. And I think this is one that I definitely don't have anything colored. If I do, I would be surprised. But really pretty. Love the images in this one too. She has just such pretty images. I love these. Yeah, I definitely had some ideas going that I wanted to do, but never actually. See, I'm surprised because I totally forgot about this one. That's hilarious. I have at least one done in every single Maria Trole book. That's hilarious. And I don't know how I forgot about this one because this is one of my favorite ones. This is actually my very first time using, what is it? It's watercolor pencils, but the brand name is escaping me. Derwent? Yeah, Derwent Inktense. That's what I used. And it was my very first time. Tried some shading in the leaves and the flowers and just had a really great time with the watercolor pencils. So I think that's all I used on this page was watercolor pencils and then black acrylic paint for the background and gold paint for the frame. I totally forgot about that. See what happens when you look through your coloring books? You forget what you did. That's hilarious. And I know that's the only one I've done. That was funny. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'll go into my collection of Lulu Mayos, and I have a ton of hers, so just one second. Not a ton, but like definitely enough to say I'm a fan. I think the only other one I want of hers right now is her unicorn one. I don't have her unicorn one. So yes. This is actually my friend's book. It's kind of funny. She comes over and colors it, but she leaves it here. So this is A Million Bears by Lulu Mayo. And so she's only colored 1 or 2 pages in here, but she's like, I'm just going to leave it here and color when I'm here. So this one was actually, this was actually a used coloring book, I think, when I got it. So this one was actually already colored in there. I don't think she colored that one. She did do this one, though. Didn't she do a great job? She didn't finish it, but not quite. But that's her page. So hello to my friend if she's watching, and I think she started this one. Don't quote me. But the bear one's super cute too. I think that one was already colored as well. But yeah, so that's A Million Bears. Then I'm trying to go by like the ones that I got first. And then I got A Million Owls by Lulu Mayo. And I know I have one finished in here, or at least started. But I love this book. The owls are adorable. I think I did start this one. I don't know why I stopped. Also, water-based markers do also really well in these books too. So if you're looking for books that do really well with water-based markers, not alcohol, but water-based, these work fantastic, which I do appreciate that because they're thicker paper. I think that might be the only one, actually. I guess I only have like a work in progress. Yeah. So A Million Owls. I think I'm going to skip the next one and do the newer ones first. So the first one is A Million Kawaii Cuties. Well, that's not first, but first of the newer ones that I have. A Million Kawaii Cuties. I have plans for this one this month, but I love kawaii and cute food and everything. Oh, I did do that one. So that was just water-based markers. I just wanted to do something cute, simple. Just had fun with it. I think that's the only one I did in here. The most pages I've done is in the sloth one. That's why I'm kind of keeping it for last. But this one's probably one of my favorites of her books. A Million Kawaii Cuties. Then we have A Million Baby Animals, which I was going to say I just got, but I think I got it this past summer. Still haven't colored in it, but oh, the chipmunks are so cute. Okay, I'm going to have to do the chipmunks. But just baby animals with their parents or whatever. It's just, oh, it's so adorable. This one's so cute. Oh, this is also a favorite of mine that I really want to color in. That polar bear one, okay, Christmas time, doing that one. I'm trying to find like Christmas pages to do too, so that one will definitely be done for Christmas for sure. Oh, that one's cute too, in the cookie tin. Love it. Then we have A Million Sloths, and this is one that I've done the most in. Don't get excited. I think I only have like 3 or 4. I'm still working through one. So I did this one in the back, and I think I did acrylic paint background. I did really good blending, so not bad with the blending. And then the rest of it is just in Tombow brush pens. So I like the background though. Then, oh, I forgot about this one. This one was fun. I just drew kind of a black paint splatter background to kind of create like he's in like a dream bubble. And then Tombow brush pens. I think I did acrylic paint for the background. Maybe not. Maybe I did a yellow Tombow brush pen. Glitter paint. And then the rest was Tombow brush pens. And I had a lot of fun with that one. And then I know this is like a long work in progress one that I think my biggest problem with when I do this is because when I stop, I forgot what color I used for these buildings. So then I just quit. So I'm going to have to try to figure out. I know it's a Tombow brush pen. I just had to figure out what colors I used. I know I have at least 2 more in here. This is by far, I think, my favorite coloring page I've ever done. If there's one that's better than this, I don't know, because I really love this one. So this was a coloring challenge for me personally, I think. I wanted to do a limited color palette. So I did blue and purple, and then I did a little bit of silver for the flowers. But blue and purple, and I don't think I could have picked a better color combination. It's really my favorite, I think. Then I did this one, which still needs finishing up on the right, but the left side is done. I'm not a fan of the colors I used for the tablecloth, unfortunately. I might change it because I just realized I probably could use some acrylic paint pen or something and I think just get rid of the blue. I think the blue is just too different from the rest of the picture. I think if I do a black and white table, I think that'll actually make it pop more. So I might change that. But this is a work in progress. Still need to work on, but I do love the pancakes. They look really pretty. And then I have at least one more because I see it peeking out there. This one, another really favorite of mine. Acrylic paint on the bottom. And then I think it is Distress ink in the background. And then most of it was Tombow brush pen again. And I think a little bit of shading with some pencil. Yeah, I did do some pencil shading. Love that one too. And that is my last one for A Million Sloths. All right, on to, let's do Christine Karen, because I have 3 of her books. Because I do love all of her books. I think I have all of her fairy books. So I have all of her fairy books, and I do need more. So I do have all of her fairy books. So let's just start with Fairies 1, because that was the first one I got. And probably the most I have finished too. There is one of my dad's in here. I told him he could color it. I was like, fine, you can color it. So he did this one. It was kind of funny because he was coloring and coloring. And then I told him to stop, and he went too far and kind of like made her almost look sunburned. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? So it was kind of funny. He was like, should I stop? I was like, yes, it looks great as it is. But then he went farther. I was like, oh no, she looks sunburned now. So, because it was like a duplicate page. So I don't normally let people color in my coloring books. But yeah, I let them color that one because it was a duplicate page. And then I know I have a couple I did in this one. I did this one. This was before all the alcohol markers too. This was just Prismacolor pencils. A lot of Prismacolor pencils. Love the way her dress turned out. It looks very, very filmy and like kind of soft. And I love her hair. But other than that, not a fan of the skin, only because, of course, I am very impatient. I don't like to color large spaces with pencils. Drives me crazy. I don't have the patience for it. I did this one. Don't pay attention to that one. That's the next one. This one was all Prismacolor pencils, and I actually don't mind the skin tone on this one because I actually did really take my time with this one rather than rush with it. And I did a lot of shading. She is very pale, but in person, she does have a lot of color in her skin tone and stuff, so I love it. A little bit of white detailing, but not much. So I just wanted to keep it very, very light for winter. And then this one, probably my favorite in this book, and that is the Fall Girl, Pine Tree Fairy. This is a buddy color. And this was, this was based in alcohol marker. And then I think I used some white gel pen for the pine cones to make them look realistic. And also a little bit of white detailing in her face. But other than that, that was mostly alcohol marker. And then I did use some color pencil for a lot of shading. Fairies 2. I don't think I have anything colored in 2 or 3 because I did just recently get these just a few months ago, so I haven't really colored in it. I do want to keep that one for winter time, so I will keep that one, but love this book. She does male figures so well. I wish she had an entire book of like male figures because there's really not that many out there. So there's that one. I want to keep that one in like my winter coloring stash so I know what to color for winter. Then we have Fairies 3. Beautiful. Oh, I do have one in here. I forgot I just did this one earlier this month. So really pretty alcohol markers, Prismacolor pencils, and some gold Posca paint pen. But I had a lot of fun with her. Really pretty. So had a lot of fun with her. Really beautiful. Most of these kind of scream more spring, summer, few fall. But I really do like this book a lot. I love all of her books. The last 2 big stacks of coloring books. I have about another 20 or so to share, but we're going to go through them pretty quickly. I do have quite a few colored in these ones, but we'll try to go as quick as we can. So this one's actually one of my favorite coloring books. This is the Parables of Jesus coloring book by Laura James and Katara Washington Patton. And I love the artwork in here because it reminds me of Picasso a little bit. And I just really love this one. And it has like a little bit of a Bible story before each one. And you can also use alcohol markers because they are single-sided, which I love. I love that it's single-sided. So one of my favorites. Just the artwork is just so interesting, and I love that they keep like one whole page in between the Bible page and the artwork because that way you can actually color the page without any bleed through, which like they really thought outside the box, especially since this book is fairly old. So they really, really thought about, what they were doing and stuff when they created this. So this is the first one. And I actually did keep the colors of the ladies' clothing and stuff the same throughout if I saw the same clothing. If not, I don't think I did. But I thought it was kind of fun to just have them have the same color scheme throughout if I could. But I do really like this one. I love the background colors. But really, really beautiful artwork, as I said. Trying to go through it quick because it's a big coloring book. It's huge. So this is one that I would love to color and share the stories with my future kids down the line. But it's really pretty. This is one that I'm working on right now. Just haven't finished it yet. I like the bright colors that I'm using in this one. Did this one. Love this one. And then let's see. I make sure I'm not missing any. So I did this one, a little bit of shading in the wheat, but not too much. I think my favorite one was that one that I first showed you with the black and yellow background. Still haven't finished that one yet. I'm working on it. We're getting there. Most of this is in Tombow brush pens, if I forgot to mention that. But I think the first one I did in here was my favorite. Love this one with the different ladies. If you notice, I did use the same colors throughout the other pictures. And this one's my favorite. This was a happy accident, actually. I was trying to blend water-based markers. Well, it actually ended up pilling and peeling the book, but then it left a cool tie-dye pattern in the cloth. And I was like, I'm not mad about that. It's cool. So I did that. And then I'm thinking about sticking with the same leaf colors throughout if I do the borders. So there's Parables of Jesus coloring book. Then I have one Dr. Seuss coloring book, which this was also a used find because I couldn't find it anywhere. And so I think there's only one page colored in here. So I figured, why not? Why not? So got this one. I think I did start one. It is double-sided though, so I do have to be careful with what medium I use, but I do love it. And as I said, there's only one really colored in here. So I did grab it when I saw it. I think it was on eBay or something. I don't know, but really love it. Just kind of sad it's double-sided. And I do not like wallpaper pages, but I do love his characters and stuff. Yeah, I think that's the only one that was really colored was the fish. That was about it. I want to do Horton. I love Horton. Yeah, there's itty bitty colors. There's the collar, but it's really almost brand new, really. There really isn't anything wrong with it. This is the one that I started. All colored pencils, McGrew's Zoo. This is the one I started. I just got a couple of the characters done so far, but I loved the colors that I started with. I just never continued. And I think the Dr. Seuss one was the one, yeah, that a little kid colored in or something. But that's okay. I'll do something. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was the only one that really since it was a used coloring book. All right, the next one is the Velveteen Rabbit coloring book. And this is one I've been working on to have for my future kids because this is one. I keep forgetting to take off the sticker. I don't think I can get it off though. Yeah, it's pretty stuck on there. Maybe I'll work on it later. But this is one that that I'm working on for my future kids because it has the story in it as well. So I've been really careful because it is double-sided with the story. So I've only been using color pencils, and I think I only have one in here that's done. But I love the grayscale. The artwork is beautiful. I don't know who the artist is. By Marjorie Williams Bianco and illustrated by Charles Santori, which I think is the original illustrator, I think. Don't quote me, though. I could be wrong. But the images are so pretty and so cute, and I love that it has the story. So I've been really careful using only color pencils in here, and this is one that I did. It took a long time to color, but I did keep the colors, the Prismacolors of the rabbit, so I know what colors to use for him because he just looks so perfect the way he is. I wanted to make sure I kept it. And I did that back in 2019, so I do need to catch up in it. But I used a little bit of metallic pencil. They're not very metallic, if I'm being honest. They kind of are, but not really. But I did this one, a little bit of white gel pen for the extra detailing, but really try hard to make sure that nothing bleeds through. And it doesn't because it's just color pencil and gel pen. So, but I had a lot of fun with that one. As I said, a lot of detail. All right, then I have 2 books by Johanna Basford. I have Small Victories, which is a very tiny book. And this is kind of a misprinted one, which I'm sad I didn't realize when I first got it. But some of the images are almost double vision almost because like they have like a weird shadowing to them. You really can't tell unless you know what you're looking for, like this one. This one's got like a weird shadow outline to it, and it kind of makes my kind of makes me go crazy a little bit, but that's okay. But I did this one. This was a buddy color, I think, with a friend, and I used, I think I used some Derwent ink tints, I believe, and that was pretty much it. And also water-based markers for the fish and the coral. So I really enjoyed doing that one. And then I did this one with Prismacolor pencils. Actually, no, this was not Prismacolors. I think I used a different brand for this one. Possibly, I believe so. But then I went over it in Prismacolors because I didn't like those pencils. So I went over it in Prismacolors and then some gold detailing. I think that's the only ones I've done in here. Yeah, that's the only ones. All right, and then I have this one by Johanna Basford, which is Magical Jungle. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Johanna Basford's. I like the smaller one, and I like this one. I think that's about it because some of hers are too busy for me. There's like too many details going on, but I do like this one. This is one that I probably will use quite a bit of, and it is single-sided too compared to her other works, I think. No, it's not. Never mind. Never mind, but I do like this book, and it was like a really good price when I got it. I'm just not a fan of like all these leaves. There's just too many leaves for me. I do really love her artwork. It's just not for me to color. But I did do this one. Oh, I forgot about this one. Okay, I might change my mind and say this is my favorite. Oh, wow. This one was fun. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think gold metallic paint or like rose gold metallic paint, Prismacolor for the actual beetle. Then I did do some kind of mica powder in the background after I painted it black, and then did some fun gold splatter paint, and I made sure I sprayed it down after I was done. I love that. Wow. Okay, completely forgot I did that one. And that was not that long ago. Might have been last year, maybe the year before. I know I have one more in here. I know for a fact I do. There it is. So this one, I'm so proud of this one. And I think this one made like a group cover art in one of the Facebook groups I was in. But I had a really great time with this. Black acrylic paint background, Prismacolor pencils. I did a ton of shading in this butterfly. And then some glitter gel pens for the detailing. I had a lot of fun with that one. All right, so that is it in Magical Jungle by Johanna Basford. Then I have 3 books, which I only thought I had 2. I have 3 Camilla Derico's books. I have Pop Manga Coloring Book, which I have nothing done in here. I know because I think I just got this a couple months ago too. And I know that I didn't color in here. It's not like one of those where like I'm not sure. No, I know I didn't color in here. But I really like kind of the mechanical aspects of this coloring book. And I can't wait to do some fun creative stuff. It's very different. I like her artwork. It is very different. I like different. there's pop manga. Then I also have pop manga dragons and other magically mythical creatures, which I just literally got 3 days ago, I think. Well, when you're seeing this, probably a week ago. So I just got this book the other day. And so I'm really excited to color in it. I didn't think I had it, but I'm glad I got it because I did not own it. But I like kind of the different creatures in here. They're very different and unique, but very fun. I like different creatures. Especially since I like these because you can do almost anything in the background, and you know, you don't have to keep the background the way it was done. I don't think, at least. But this one's so much fun. And then this is the one I do have stuff done in. This is Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures by Daria. And I do have a few done, plus one I'm working on. But these are all kind of sea creatures, very unique and different. I did this one. This was a buddy color, I think with T's World of Adult Coloring. I'm happy with most of this. I'm not happy with her skin tone going here. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I do love the crackly skin effect that I did. I want to do that again sometime. And I love my multicolored bubbles that I did with gel pen. Love the bubbles, love the black background. Just not a huge fan of the color scheme that I did in her face, but I do love the crackliness that I did. Then I know I did a couple of backgrounds in here that I just haven't finished coloring yet. So I probably should work on those at some point. Probably next summer because it's definitely a summer book. So I did paint this entire page black. And now I just started working on the mermaid and then stopped. So I do need to continue that. And then I did do this background, just kept a page there so I wouldn't forget, but did the background in this fun cotton candy look, but just haven't finished it yet. Same for this one, did the background. Not a huge fan of the background. I might change it because it did not blend well. I was having an off day. So I think that's why I just gave up on it. Oh, I forgot I did this one for Christmas. I think that's the last one. So this is another one that I actually really, really love. I did mostly water-based markers, but then I created this entire background. I did black paint, and then I created these like fun ornaments. And what happened was when I was doing the white outline for the ornaments, my paint smeared because I was following like a ruler. And then I realized, you know what? I actually like that because it looks like icicles. So I just kept with it and it turned out really pretty. Really, really love how the background turned out. I have no clue how to pronounce this artist's names, but Melpomene, I can never pronounce this artist's name. But so I usually just say Melpomene. Circle of Life, and I do have a few done in this one. She's actually another favorite artist. So I did this one in Tombow brush pens and then a bunch of stickles. Had a lot of fun with that one. But I love these because they're very unique, and I do actually love the detailing in these compared to ones that I don't normally like with a lot of detail, but this one, I actually do. I did this one, the fox. I was running out of Tombow brush pen for the orange, so it kind of was a little dry when I was working with it, but that's okay. But I had a lot of fun with that one. That one, really love the colors. So yes, had a lot of fun with this one. Not much, I don't think anything else done in this one, but I do love this coloring book, and I do plan on doing a lot more in here. So Circle of Life by Melpomene. Then I have two by Daria Song, and another one in here is actually one of my favorites. This is a Time Garden, and I don't think I have anything in this one, but the other one I do. But this is one where I'm just like, do I want to keep it? Because there's so much blank space. But then I'm like, yeah, but blank space means I can be more creative, like this one. Like, what can I do in that background, you know? So, like, I kind of want to keep it. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep them. I just haven't worked in them. These are also a couple of my older coloring books that I've owned for a long time. Then I have the Night Voyage by Daria Song, which does have at least one or two done in here. And this book, again, has one of my favorite pages I've done in here. This one. Oh, yes. I had so much fun. Not necessarily this page, even though it's okay. I actually did end up adding, like, a couple of my favorite book titles actually in the blank books, which was lots of fun. So I ended up doing that. since I'm such a huge reader too. But this one is definitely like one of my favorites. So I pretty much taped it off with washi tape, and then I painted like this kind of beam of galaxy, and I just love how it turned out. So I am super happy with how that turned out. It's one of my favorites. I think that might be the only one that I've done in here, but again, that was really, really one of my absolute favorite ones I've done. All right, so that is it. Oop, wait, hold on. Nope, just a black background, but that would be fun in galaxy theme too. All right, so that's it in The Night Voyage. Then I have 2 books from Dennis Klett, I think that's how you pronounce her name, or Denise Klett probably. Zen Doodle Coloring Presents, and I have Fairies in Dreamland and Gnomes in the Neighborhood. And I think I only have 1 or 2 done in here, but I have some ideas. And I love that these are single-sided, a little bit better paper, so you can really get creative in here. And I know I have at least 1 done. Really cute images, though. I love it. I don't have her mermaid one. I think that's the only one. Oh, she also has one called, like, Gremlins or something. I don't know. The Gremlins are kind of weird to me, so I was like, nah, I think I'll just stick with my gnomes and my fairies. And hopefully the mermaid at some point, but I'm not sure if it's out of print or what, but I did get this one. And I know I have one at least partially done. Where are you, fairy? Maybe I don't. I think there's a mermaid in the gnome one. That's what I was thinking of. So this one's completely blank. That's okay. We can work in it at some point. Next one is Gnomes in the Neighborhood, which I do have definitely some in here done because I love gnomes. So I did this one in like a pop art fashion. Love her. Kind of tempted to do the background, but I think I'll just leave it the way it is because it is a lot of fun. I know I did some of the winter ones. This is the one I was thinking of. Glitter gel pen and then some water-based markers. So have not finished that one, but I will at some point. Then I definitely did a few more in here. Oh, this is another one that I love doing. Did like a sunset colored background with some acrylic paint, I think. Lots of gel pen work and some Tombow brush pens, but make that glitter shine on all the flowers. Have a lot of fun with that. And then I did some winter ones in here, which I love. Maybe I'll do some more winter ones this year. Unless I did them all, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I definitely have some winter ones I can do. So I did this one. I did a snowy background with a bunch of snowflakes in the background, and then mostly Prismacolor pencils actually for this one, and some gel pen, glitter gel pen. This is one of my favorite ones. I don't know why I like this one so much, but mostly Prismacolor pencil, acrylic paint for the background, and then some glitter and metallic gel pens for the girls. And I think, oh no, I forgot I did that one too. That one was fun too. I did a acrylic paint galaxy background, Tombow brush pens, and glitter gel pens again. And I had a lot of fun with that one too. Yeah, I like doing things really unique in the background if there's nothing in there. Yep, that's it for Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. So we're on to our last pile, which is Mythographic books and Kirby Rosanas, which are 2 of my favorites. So I have not a ton, but quite a bit of Mythographic books. Most of the ones I own are actually from Joseph Kattenbang is my favorite artist in this series. There are different artists in the Mythographic series, but Joseph Kattenbang is my favorite. So I have more of his than anything else. But I have Crystal Kingdom by Veronika Kolinska, and I'm not sure if I have anything done in here or not, but I liked it because I love working with jewel tones. It's like I kind of wanted to create like some birthstone type books, or not books, pictures. So I wanted to just kind of have some jewel tones and stuff, which I think is really pretty. Now these are detailed, but I think I'm going to enjoy because there's like one complete scene in these books. I think this is the one I wanted to do. Ooh, that's pretty. I might put that into my winter stash as well to do this winter. Yeah, so I don't enjoy every single page in this book, but I like some of them. Plus, it was like really dirt cheap. Okay, then I have Deep Blue by Fabiana Tanasio. And this one I wasn't going to get because I'm not a huge fan of underwater themes, even though I love like ocean stuff in general. But overall, I was like, am I going to color it? But then I saw the images and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like that. So really unique, very different, kind of bringing our world into the ocean, which is really cool. Love that one. I have to do that one. But it's really unique, very different, kind of almost sci-fi and fantasy a little bit too. So that's why I liked it so much. Because it wasn't just underwater. It was like fantasy and sci-fi. Look at that one. That one's so cool. I love that one. So nothing done in that one. I think there's only one I have one done. I need to work in my mythographic books. Next is Wild Summer by Joseph Cadenbang. I think the rest are Joseph Cadenbang. Oh no, I lied. We'll go to Joseph after. So I have one from Diego Vosberg, and this is Illusion. Love this one. But it just has different illusions, something that might, you have to look closer and see, wow, there's a lot more happening than you think. But I just really like it. Very fantasy and sci-fi, which I love. Very unique. I love this one. Oh, see, I'm wondering if he's the artist of that one book called Wilder Girls or something, because it's very reminiscent of that. This is the one I wanted to do, but I didn't get a chance to do it. And it's not, well, I could make it fall, but it's more spring to me. But really pretty, as I said, lots of detail. So it would take me a long time to color in that one. Then we're going into Joseph Cadenbang, which is my favorite artist. So I pretty much have all of his books. Not all of them. I don't like his early work, but his later work I love. So this is Wild Summer. I don't like his early work because there was a lot of like those books that have like hidden images in them. I'm not a fan. But I love his later work, where it's just like, his drawings and like nothing like, adding stuff into it. I love that one. So adorable. So adorable. That one's cute too. Yeah, his artwork is one of my favorites. I love it. Very different. I like his artist style because it's like kind of fantasy a little bit. And I really like that about his artwork. Very cool. Love that. Oh, yes, so unique. I love his artwork. So Wild Summer. Then I also have Voyage by Joseph Cadenbang. And this one is kind of like, it's almost like a whole story kind of, or like this like one or two kids are like dreaming of different lands and stuff, which is like really cool. So I really like kind of the different lands that they travel to and stuff, which is really neat. Yeah, I think it's two children or something, because they kind of look like the same kids. So I might like keep like their hair color and stuff the same throughout. Love the Ice Cream Land. That is so cool. Love that one. Wow. Oh boy. Like I'm coming up with ideas, but then again at the same time I'm like very intimidated. But I'm like, you know what? Like sometimes you just have to go for it, and like really try it. Like there's one in the next book that I'm not quite done with yet, but I do love it. So the next one is Aviary. This is my last mythographic, and I do have one done, or not done, but I stopped working on it because I hated it. And that is rare for me, where like I just stopped. It's this one. I wanted to do a nighttime scene where I made everything kind of darkish in the shadows. I like this part up. I do not like the way I did the lighting. I'm going to probably soften it up with some acrylic pen or Prismacolor pencils. And I think if I soften it up, I think it'll work better. Just like I did with the lightning bugs in that one book. But I love this book, but just that page kind of stopped me because I did not like the way it was turning out. But it's really pretty. And it's a great book to have if you like birds and stuff like that. Then the last artist, which is one of my favorites, so I own a lot of his too, and that is Kirby Rosanas. I have a lot of his books. So some of them are like collections of like some of his artwork, and other ones are like the full books. I think I like the collections better. All right. So the next one is, or the first one of his is Kaleidomorphia. I got this one a little while ago, and this is Kaleidoscope, and I think it's a mixture of his different designs. So some of them I'm not a huge fan of because I don't like his hidden images that he used to do, like this one on the right. But I love his other artwork. He's such a fantastic artist, and he is one of my favorites. So, but yeah, there's a lot of hidden image pictures in this one. So this one isn't my favorite of his. but I still like the images in this one. Love this one. I might have to do this one for winter time, so I might have to keep this one out. That'll be fun to do. So that is Kaleidomorphia, and he does have, which is awesome, he had a couple artists pictures in the front of people who did some of his art, which is really cool. All right, and then I have World of Color, which is another one of his collection books, I think, but I like this one a bit better. So it's a collaboration of some of his other artworks, but really, really pretty. Might zoom out a little. There, now you can see it a little bit better. Sorry about the way too close up look, but I love his animals too. His shading is just fantastic. If you want to learn about shading and stuff, get one of his books and like just straight color, like lighter tones, and then go wherever he has like shading and stuff. Go in there with a darker shade of the same color, and it'll turn out amazing. Trust me, I have a few that I've done in one of his books, but I still have a lot of his untouched because they're so pretty, but I can't wait to color in them. Very pretty. So yes, I think this is a combination of some of his other books, but I enjoy it. And there's some images in the front of some of the artists. I do know the artist of this one. I can't think of who it is. And then that's World of Color. Then I have Phantomorphia, which is, I think, one of his search ones, which is like the hidden search ones. But I like this one better because it's single-sided. So I can use alcohol markers. I can use whatever I want in here. That's why I kept this one. So really like it. It's not super search and find. There's only like a few here and there. Some of them are the more creepy images, but for the most part, I like this book a lot. I started this one. I just haven't finished it yet. Should probably work on this one because I think I would enjoy doing that. I might actually keep this book out so I can color it later. Yeah, some of them are a little more creepier. My mom doesn't like skulls, so she wouldn't enjoy that one. All right, so that is Phantomorphia. I'm actually going to keep that one out for me so I can color it later. And then I'm going to keep that one for last. So I just got this one and the next one literally last week with the other coloring book I shared with you. This is Worlds Within Worlds, and I do like this one as well. So it's just a bunch of different creatures in different worlds, or like maybe it's their home or whatever. So really, really like this one a lot. I just got this one. Oh, the nesting dolls. Okay, that's definitely going to be done very quickly. I love nesting dolls. But his artwork is just so amazing and fairly easy to color, if I'm being honest, because the shading is literally right there for you to follow along with. So I just got this one last week, and I can't wait to color in it. I love this one. I'm surprised I haven't owned this one already because, especially that one with the books, love that. But yes, I'm surprised I haven't owned this one because I love like unique worlds and everything. So love that one. And then the last two, this is Fragile World, another one I just got last week. And this is all with his animal drawings, and I love animals. And I think I would color his animals over, honestly, any other ones. Oh, look at the cute hamster. That is adorable. But his artwork, so pretty. Even the birds are pretty. I'm not a huge bird colorist either. I just don't color birds that often, but I would color his birds. The only thing is it's really hard to get into those crevices. So like you pretty much have to break the spine in these books, which I'm totally fine with. They stay pretty good when you kind of ease it. Love the elephant. But yes, his artwork is so cool. One of my all-time favorite artists. It could definitely be the top favorite. It's between him and Christine Karen. Both of them are really cool artists. All right, then the final book I have, and the final book of Kirby Rosanas, is Alien World. And this is my favorite of his. I've done a few in here already that I love, but definitely one of my favorites. I did this galaxy background with acrylic paint, some really pretty watercolor shimmer, like a shiny watercolor, metallic watercolor, that's it. And then all I use is Tombow brush pens in this book, maybe some color pencils, but mostly Tombow brush pens. I did this double page spread world. This one was so cool. I wasn't sure about the color scheme at first, but I actually really do like the orange and blue together. It turned out really fun. So I did kind of this like this metallic world was kind of like coming to invade this planet that made these like creatures like toxic orange or something. So pretty cool. And then I had a lot of fun stickles. And then I didn't do quite as much with the Northern Lights, but that's okay. Did a lot with the snow though. That took a long time. Then I did start to work on this planet. I only did half of it so far, but I do need to finish that up because they kind of go by planets. So like that's the winter planet and that's one page with it. That's another winter planet page. So they do kind of stick with the same planet for a few pages, which I think is really cool that he did that. Then I did this one. I did kind of a glitter background a little bit. Then mostly Tombow brush pens plus some distress ink. I wanted him to be covered in rubies, which I think I did pretty good. But I might actually go over it, maybe add a little bit of shimmer to the rubies. Then I did this really cool moth-looking creature. Just had a lot of fun with it. All Tombow brush pens. Even the shading too. And then I started this page, have not finished it yet. I wanted to do these based off of Brandon Sanderson's sci-fi series. He has like these really cool looking like slug creatures. They're like bright neon yellow and blue. So I wanted to do it based off of that. So I think I did pretty good with those. Now I just have to finish the background, which is not going well. Then I did this one. I think that's the last one. Yes. I did this double page spread with, I believe, Jordy Colors. And I had so much fun with her with this. Mostly Tombow brush pens. Did some, I think, watercolor background. I tried to do like a bokeh background, but it didn't turn out that well, but that's okay. Then a lot of glitter or metallic gel pen, but mostly Tombow brush pen for the shading and stuff. And it turns out so cool. So definitely one of my favorite pages. So that is the last coloring book that I had to share with you. So hope you had a lot of fun today looking through all of my finished coloring pages. And I will do a separate video next month on all of my digital coloring books that I own. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.